This event is the National Travel and Tourism Week reception put on by our class in conjunction with the DuPage Convention and Visitors Bureau. It provides our students the opportunity to work on a real-life event that we can invite our community members to and really embrace the travel and tourism that we've provided in the DuPage County area. The nice part about this event is that we've partnered with the DuPage Convention and Visitors Bureau, so it's a real life event where they're running into problems and they're trying to solve them and really make the event a success. So they've really benefited from being able to oversee that type of an event, and they'll be able to utilize a lot of what they've learned as they work in the industry and utilize those skills. In my class, the students were in the Advanced Meeting and Event Planning course, which is their capstone meeting planning class. They've had the responsibility of planning this event from the beginning in terms of the theme and all of the planning directly with the Convention and Visitors Bureau up until today's event. We also incorporated 3 other classes, so these are all the advanced capstone classes. One is our culinary class, another is a wine class, and our restaurant service and sales class. So the 4 classes work together to plan tonight's event. The culinary class had the responsibility of planning the menu for the event. We provided them with the theme, which is DuPage County Travel Then and Now, and they ran with it and they picked all the menu items and worked on the recipes and worked on all the food and are actually cooking it for the event. The wine course then had the responsibility of pairing all the wine with those specific food items that were chosen by the culinary class. And then our restaurant management class is responsible for helping us oversee tonight's event in terms of the restaurant, serving the food and cleaning up and things like that.
So for this class, we're planning a fundraiser with the DuPage CVB, and we're bringing in their members, and they are bidding on all of our silent auction baskets, and we're raising money for the Hospitality and Culinary Center scholarships. So the theme this year is for National Travel and Tourism Week, so we thought to pull together from old DuPage and what is now, so now it's Do More DuPage. So we have a lot of cute old travel furniture, and we're going to pull those together and create the event and use those to highlight all the travel people that are coming from the CVB. So my team members, we reached out to all the community members and we got $7,000 in donations, and all the other group members were working with the CVB for setup as well as reaching all of their members for marketing. One of the hurdles we had to jump was we got the wrong list from the CVB, so instead of our invitation going out to 1,000 people, it only went to about 150, and we found that out about a month ago. So after a while of planning, we actually had to call each person individually to invite them. It gives you real life experience because there's a lot more things to consider than just sitting in the classroom talking about it. You have to think about the weather and if people are actually going to show up, because if you're just planning and talking about it in class, you're just assuming that everyone's actually coming. I think before I had planned events, but mostly it was just me and one other person doing it. And when it's a class of 15 people, everyone has to be on the same page. So it's a much wider scale, similar to working for a large company.
My name is Guillermo Gutierrez. I'm in the wine and food pairing class, which is the capstone class for the certificate. So basically, in this particular class, we pair the wines that are going to be served in the individual events with the meals. So on a weekly basis, we sample several wines and we identified which are the ones that will go better with whatever the chef is going to be serving the next week. When you pick the wines with the meal, you're trying to make sure that there's going to be a balance or counterbalance. What we have normally done is we try to step out of our comfort zone. People normally are expecting Chardonnay or Pinot Noirs or Cabernet Sauvignon, where we actually pick wines that are more unique, wines that you can find around. You have to learn about not only about the wines, but also about the food, the textures, the flavors, to make sure that there's going to be a link between the two of them. So we have to make sure that we're able to adapt with the wines that we have, or if we don't have them, to come up with something that's going to work effectively. Well, I think that the fact that there's 3 different groups participating, I believe there's people from the culinary and service area, and we have the people from the convention or hotel management, as well as my group, which is the wine group, really shows that people can come together and do something together with significant coordination, even though we haven't met.
For this event, we, after service one day, we went home and did research on DuPage County then and now. And what was interesting that I found was a lot of the stuff that was popular back then is still popular today, like hamburgers. We made a trio of salad that was fun and delicious. And of course, Chicago hot dogs. We all know that for our Chicago sports. Our class had to work with the front of the house. The front of the house had to work with the wine class, and the wine class had to work with the events and marketing class. So with the four of us, we had to collaborate and bring this whole production together. Communication is huge. With the four classes, we had to collaborate and make sure everything was done accurately, on time, and have everything prepped for the event. I think it went fabulous. I really think the food came out well. This is a great event. It really prepares you for the future. Serving this many guests, 200 plus guests today, so really prepared me if I wanted to open up a catering company or wanted to do some kind of huge event like this. It was a wonderful experience.
I like the partnership that we've had with the DuPage Convention and Visitors Bureau. It's different than other events that we've done in terms of our meeting and event planning classes, and this really sets it apart from other ones that we've done in the past, which is beneficial to the students, and it also helps solidify the relationship the college has with the community. I hope that the guests really see how the students learn in our classes and what they take out of them. They'll be able to really see what each student did and really understand what the college provides for the student learning experience. I hope that students have learned that event planning is never an easy process. There's always going to be hurdles that they have to overcome or problems that they have to correct so that the event is successful. Nothing's ever easy, and hard work pays off.